This is Bruce Boudreau, and it's time for Clay's Canucks commentary live. Let's go with Clay right now.
Hey Canucks fans, and welcome to Clay's Canucks Commentary Live, presented to you by Van City Experts Real Estate. I am Canuck Clay, and this is my Canucks and NHL playoffs take, all in one take for Mother's Day, Sunday, May the 14th. If you're new, here's what you should do. Hit the subscribe button now for daily Canucks insight that's positive, timely, and trustworthy. Hey everyone, thanks for being here. Happy Mother's Day to any mothers or expectant mothers in the chat. I appreciate you being here, and I appreciate everyone being here. I'll tell you a bit about my day really quickly in a second, and we'll talk about the playoffs. We have one Game 7 tomorrow. We have 3 other teams advancing, so there's a lot going on. So I appreciate you being here, especially on a Sunday night. So, moderators, do what you need to do. Members, that's legends, Hall of Fame members, and franchise members, thanks for your support as always. And to everyone else, no matter where you're watching from, whether in my beautiful neighborhood of Steveston in Richmond, in the city, Lower Mainland, province, country, continent, or around the world, thank you for being here. You know that I don't take you for granted. You know that I know that you could be doing anything else, watching anyone else, getting ready for work, school, or bed, or all 3. But the fact that you are here, I appreciate you, always appreciate you. I never take you for granted. So while you're here, subscribe so you can get active in the chat section and get my videos every single day. Like this video. Already 20 of you in here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's get those likes up. We're actually not bad. We're at 25 people now, and we're at 11 likes. So that's not bad, but you can always like the video. You can get the donation train out of the station by leaving a donation. You can become a member. You can upgrade your membership, or you can even gift a membership, which is a $5 donation, and it's a double bonus of not only the donation, but someone getting to try franchise membership for a week. Also, if you're listening on a podcast platform, make sure you rate and review. But most importantly, get active in the chat section. And I want to welcome back Ricky, my man, was in Peru, was following his stuff on Instagram and on Twitter. And I know I got to chat with my man Ricky before I go to Peru in July. But first, I got to go to Sault Ste. Marie, Northern Ontario on Wednesday. And I'll tell you a bit about that before we get into your questions, because there was a bit of excitement with the looming WestJet strike. So this is how we're going to do this today. I'm going to talk about hockey for the first 10, 15 minutes. Then I'm going to talk a bit about my Mother's Day. No, it's more like Gail's Mother's Day. Talk about Mother's Day and my trip that's coming up. Then I will turn it over to you for your questions, and then we'll make sure we get our games in as well, because it's Sunday night. Sound good? Sound great. So once again, thanks for being here. Subscribe, like the video, leave a donation, upgrade your membership, become a member, or gift a membership as we go. And I will highlight any donations or membership chats or anything like that. And then don't forget, I'll give a chance for you guys to chat in the later part of the stream for sure. Now, tonight, the Vegas Golden Knights defeated the Edmonton Oilers, and we could be heading towards an all-expansion Western Conference final. We could be heading towards a Vegas Golden Knights Seattle Kraken Western final. It's weird because they are 2 Pacific Division teams, but we know that Seattle crossed over as the first wild card, and they played in the Central Division, and they may emerge from the Central Division. Nothing's for sure. And we have a poll that I put up. I'm going to end it now. And I asked you guys who is going to win Game 7 tomorrow. And I don't know if this is what you want, or I don't know if this is what you think is going to happen. Regardless, 70% of you, technically 69%, but 69% of you saying the Seattle Kraken will win tomorrow night. And the Dallas, only 30% of you are saying the Dallas Stars will win. You guys know I went to the Seattle Kraken Dallas Stars game on Tuesday night, and that was Game 5, and the Stars, Game 4, the Stars dominated that one, and they looked like a much better team than Seattle, but we know that Seattle had especially a massive Game 6 in Seattle. So we'll see. They're back in Dallas, where I think, if I think about this right, I think Dallas won 2 of the 3 games in. Yeah, Dallas has won 2 of the 3 games in Dallas. So that's why you play for home ice advantage. And you saw it actually in the NBA today. Boston smoked the Sixers today, and I think that home court advantage had a bit to do with it for sure. Yeah, because that's the main reason why you play such a long season and you try and finish as high as you can, is because you do want home ice, home court, home field, home anything advantage, and that's what the Dallas Stars will have tomorrow night. Yet 70% of you saying you think it's the Kraken that are going to win. Exciting. By the way, feel good. Do you remember when I think I did my stream on Wednesday night, the night after I got back from Seattle, and I told you that I got a Kraken t-shirt, and I also got this fan, this Wusu fan, and I have it beside me, and this thing is amazing. It's the best deal, especially when you get it cheaper in the States with an immediate $10 back coupon. So I have that blowing nice breeze onto my left side of my face, if that makes sense. So let's talk about tonight's game real quick. I'll show you some of the stats and we can talk about what we saw a little bit. So the Oilers outshot the Golden Knights almost by a 2-1 margin. 40, I should learn how to read. 40-22. And what's crazy is this game started off crazy. Riley Smith scores 24 seconds in. Connor McDavid scores 31 seconds later. And then Warren Fogle scores 2 minutes after that. And those happened to be the first 2 shots on Adin Hill. But then guess what? He saved the other 38 shots after that. He was solid. Deflections, point blank shots, post to post. I'll give Adin Hill a lot of credit. I didn't think much of him before, but he was excellent for the Vegas Golden Knights. And then Marchessault, natural hat trick in the second period. I actually was taking a nap outside. I had an early morning. I'll tell you about that later. But I was taking a nap outside, so I missed the entire second period. And the third period, it was only William Karlsson scoring into an empty net. The third period was exciting. There's hardly any whistles, and that was good for the Oilers because they can go rush after rush after attack after attack. But no matter what they did, and some really point blank chances, Evander Kane had one, Connor McDavid had a nice rush to the net. But overall, Vegas bent, but they didn't break, and that's why they are going on to the Western Conference Finals. Faceoffs were even, hardly any power plays, just 2 for Vegas, 1 for the Oilers, 4 penalty minutes each. The Oilers not only outshot the Vegas Golden Knights by a 2-1 margin, they also almost a hit to shots, almost the same thing, 45-22. But look at that. Look at that commitment. 28 block shots by the Vegas Golden Knights. Pretty crazy. And of course, Marchessault with the natural hat trick in the third period. Stuart Skinner chased from the net. He allowed 4 goals on 15 shots. So then Jack Campbell came out to play the third period. So we'll see what happens. I'm not convinced it's going to be a long offseason for the Oilers. And I don't know if they have to blow it up or make any changes. But I don't know. I have Jack Campbell on my fantasy team. I think I'm going to hang on to him. I just have a feeling that he will be the starter next season. I don't think Skinner played well enough in the playoffs. So you guys, we can talk about that in a few minutes. Your thoughts on that game when I turn it over to all of you. A couple other things I want to talk about really quick. So that's the Western Conference Final. Vegas is one team, and they'll play the winner of Dallas-Seattle tomorrow night. So that could be an all-expansion Western Conference Final between Vegas and Seattle. In the East, interesting in that both teams made short work, both series winners made short work of their opponents. We know that Florida beat Toronto, was it yesterday now? Or 2 days ago? I guess it was yesterday. Florida beat Toronto, and that's why 4-1. Really, Toronto didn't put up much of a fight, and Florida wins in 5. And Carolina, also surprising. This one, I don't know if you guys know this. Carolina and New Jersey, they only finished 1 point apart in the standings. So you think that I thought for sure that the series would be a lot closer, but Carolina exerts their dominance and they dispatched of the Devils in 5 games as well. I do think the Devils, I don't think they have anything to worry about. They're going to be a good team for many, many, many years to come. They came across a Carolina team that's missing Svechnikov, that's missing a couple others, yet they did what they had to do. And they showed how their veteranness, if that's a word, they were very, they're very good, very strong. And it's a Carolina-Florida final in the Eastern Conference. Actually, and so just as I asked earlier, I did a poll, who's going to win Game 7? You said 70% to 30% saying it's going to be the Kraken. I'm going to say my next poll question is, who wins the East? And I'm going to put Hurricanes, and then I'm going to put Panthers. And you can vote, and I'll leave that open for a little bit, and you can vote and let me know what you think. So make sure you have your you get your opinion into that. I probably need a day to think about this before. There's no way I'm going to catch Parker in our Canucks After Dark in our pool, but yeah, this. I don't know. Can you bet against Florida right now? They beat Boston and they beat Toronto, 2 juggernauts. Carolina had a little bit easier. They beat the Islanders, but they also beat a strong New Jersey Devils team. So I don't know. I'm going to think about this, but if I had to pick one, I think my money's on Florida. I think Kachuk's playing well. I think, Montour's playing well. A lot of guys are playing well. So I'm going to go, my gut feeling is Florida. That might change before tomorrow, but we'll see. We'll see. And let's not get... I'm not sure if NHL headquarters is thrilled, though, with... I'm sure they would want Boston. They'd want Toronto. They'd want one of the New York teams. So Florida, Carolina, not sure if it's going to be turning a lot of heads, admittedly, in the East. Now, if Vegas and Seattle play in the West, that's going to be a lot of eyes on that. Seattle is a big market. Vegas is a big market. And I think the whole allure of 2 expansion teams, there's a story right there. If it's Dallas and Vegas, Dallas is a big city, but it's when it comes to NHL, not the biggest market. Good fans there for sure. You guys know I was back there back in February, but I think a Seattle Vegas would be more appealing from a just a general audience perspective. So vote it right now. It's very close. 53% of you are saying it's the Panthers. Make sure you vote in that poll. Who do you think is going to win the East between the Carolina Hurricanes and the Florida Panthers? A couple other things I want to talk about real quick before I turn it over to you. One more hockey-related thing, and then a bit about my personal life. Nothing too exciting, and then I'll turn it over to you. So the first one is the World Hockey Championships are going. Both Canada and US are 2-0. There are 4 Canucks players in this tournament. For Team Canada, it's 2 defensemen. It's 2 right shot defensemen. It's Ethan Bear and it's Tyler Myers, and I believe they're both pointless, but Canada has won so far, but Canada has won their 2 games. So nice to see 2 Canucks defensemen on that team. And then for USA, it's Connor Garland. I believe in each of the 2 US victories, he's had an assist. So Connor Garland off to a good start with the United States team. And then Arthur Silovs is playing for Latvia. I think, correct me if I'm wrong, was it the other guy that started against Canada in their 6-0 loss, and then Silovs came in relief? Or was it the other way around, where Silovs played for most of the game, and then the other guy came in relief? I know Silovs had more minutes, more saves, more shot attempts against him, but I wasn't sure if he started in net or if he came in relief. If someone can let me know in the chat, that would be great. That would be great. I have no clue if Silovs started or if he came off in relief. So we'll see how that World Championships goes as they continue through the round robin part before they move into the playoff round. A couple other things personally I will talk about, and then I'll throw it to you. Not sure what your Mother's Days were like. Like I said, I'm not sure if there's any mothers in the chat or expecting mothers, but if you are here, happy Mother's Day. And if you spent time with your mother. Oh, here's Shannon. I wanted to see Shannon's. I'm a little sad right now. Please pray, as I'm having a bit of trouble saving. Having the part-time job, I want to get the things that I like. Hey, Shannon, thanks for reaching out. And yes, this team will this team. We are a team, but I'm sure this community will hold you in prayer or hold you in good thoughts, whatever it may be. And I hope that things do turn around for you for sure, Shannon. But yeah, stay as long as you can, but there's obviously no pressure, no obligation to stay tonight. So today, early morning for me, got up at 7-ish. It's early for me on a weekend because Gail and I had to go down to the cruise ship terminal, Pan Pacific Hotel, pick up Gail's brother and his family of a wife and 3 kids. Just got back from an Alaskan cruise. So we picked them up and all of their luggage and we drove them home. And then Gail went to brunch with her mom and and I stayed home to get some work done because of our trip, which I'll tell you about in a second. Then Kayla had to work at the bowling alley. The boys had to work actually for the Archdiocese, taking pictures at an event. So Gail and I were home just taking it easy, hanging out in the backyard in the sun, which was nice. Then we had some friends come over, drop off some Portos, those pastries from California, if you know anything about Portos, which is nice. They just got back from California. Then we had Japanese food, went for Gail's choice, went for Japanese food for Mother's Day dinner. And then came home from that, watched the Vegas Golden Knights Edmonton Oilers game, prepared for the stream. And that was my exciting Mother's Day. So I did not get to see my own mom. I will go see her tomorrow after work, have dinner with her out in Surrey. So I'm looking forward to that. KT's, hey, Anula all the way from Sweden. Nice to see you. Hi to everyone that's here. And then KT says, I enjoyed your bowling stream the other night. Yeah. Props to any of you that were there for the bowling stream. I appreciate you being there. A lot of fun. Just messing around. I'm not convinced that Jacob was trying his hardest, but still we had a lot of fun for sure. Thanks, KT. And then, yes, like I said, I'll see my mom tomorrow. And then quickly, WestJet, you might have heard, they voted that for a strike action that they could basically open up a 72-hour period where basically give 72-hour notice before they go on strike. And then we're kind of nervous because Gail and the kids are flying out to Northern Ontario on Wednesday morning. I fly out at midnight on Wednesday night, basically Thursday morning, because I have to finish off our religious education classes, and then I'll join them. Sean will be staying home, working from home. And we were worried because those 3 are on WestJet. I actually fly out in Air Canada. They fly out on WestJet, and we were worried that potentially we'd have to find new flights or book Air Canada and spend a lot of money. But thankfully, the 72-hour, I keep saying that. There's not 72 windows. Actually, maybe there's 72 windows on a plane, but there's 72-hour window of strike action has passed. So even if they say they're going to go on strike, they won't do so until at least Thursday. And that means we're at least getting there to Northern Ontario or to Ontario. And then we just got to figure out how to get back. So that is on Wednesday. And then we're not back until Tuesday night because we're spending 5 days in Sault Ste. Marie, which is where the bowling tournament is. 4 days in Sault Ste. Marie, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And then we're spending Monday and Tuesday in Toronto. So no Blue Jays game. Unfortunately, I looked at the schedule. No Maple Leafs game, obviously. But I'm sure we will find stuff to do when we are in Toronto on Monday and Tuesday of next week. So I say all of that not to bore you about my personal life, even though most of you are at least humor me and pretending that you're interested. But I doubt I'll be streaming there because of the 3-hour time difference and because of my desire to focus on Jacob and on Kayla and Gail, of course, but Jacob and Kayla while we're there. So I'm not going to promise any live streams, but if I get there and I see the schedule shakes out where maybe I do an earlier one, like at 10 or 11 at night there, or midnight, even where it's more 8 or 9 o'clock here, maybe that is something that I'll explore. So the best thing I would say is keep your notifications on, of course, as you should anyways. And then I'll be posting in the community tab if I am indeed streaming from there. And yes, what I'll do is in a few minutes, I will ask you for Toronto suggestions for those of you that are either from there or know a lot about it. But yes, Hockey Hall of Fame definitely is on the horizon for sure. I see Clay, your family has a skill of nearly running into flight troubles, but everything works out in the end. Disneyland trip, boom. Yes, we were lucky to fly out. Sweden, losing Jacob's bowling balls. That didn't really work out, but yes, we don't sweat it too. We know these are first world problems. We know that we are very fortunate to travel where we travel for what we are traveling for. And yeah, it should be exciting. No matter what happens. And Jeff, travel plans do indeed sound fun. Thank you. They are very fun, and I cannot wait to go this week. Portos is 15 minutes from where you live. That's awesome. And yes, 72 windows. That's a big plane. I'm not sure what the heck I was talking about there. And just and before we get to hockey stuff, Jay asked, were they scheduled to fly on WestJet? They fly on WestJet. I follow on Air Canada. Then we do Porter Air from Toronto to Sault Ste. Marie. Coming home, we go Porter Air from Sault Ste. Marie to Toronto, and then all four of us fly on the same WestJet flight on the way home. Friends, let me do my Mitchell sponsor read, and then we'll get to your hockey, Canucks, and playoff related questions first. So shout out to my primary sponsor, Van City Experts Real Estate. Contact Jason Lim and his team for all of your real estate needs. Shout out to my secondary sponsor, Perform and Transform Personal Training and Weight Loss. Check out their services at ptform.com. Thank you to Gassy Jack Art, maker of this fine artwork. Thank you to Monkey 9 Brewing, my eternal sponsor. And thank you to Vessi Footwear. Use the link tinyurl.com/VessiClay and receive a new pair of socks, a free pair of socks with your next Vessi purchase. Mitchell, reminder to all of you to subscribe, to like the video. Will you be the first to get the donation train out of the station? We'll see. So you can get the donation train out of the station. You can become a member. You can upgrade your membership. You can gift a membership. And as always, if you're listening on a podcast platform, make sure you rate and review. So let's get to Canucks, hockey, and playoff questions only. But before we do that, we have to recognize the first donation. So let's give some love to Alfred in the chat. Alfred comes through with a $10 donation. Sad to see no Canadian teams are left in the playoffs, but I'd prefer the Canucks to be the first Canadian team to win the cup and to end the long cup drought. Not only a long cup drought for the Vancouver Canucks, but for Canada as a nation, not since 1993. This was the 30-year mark since Montreal won it. So, Alfred, great points, and thank you for the donation. Let's give some love to Alfred in the chat. And yes, Shannon, I watched the video. Coach Rob sent me the YouTube video of you opening your Gassy Jack art prints, and they look great. The Bobby Orr one, the Sedin's one. So good stuff. I hope that you will, the Gino one and one other one. So I hope that you will be able to put those up somewhere where you can show them off all the time like I do. That's awesome, Shannon. Happy to hear. Who wins the cup? Yes, I know, Jay, but don't want to offend you or anyone else. So I was able to still answer it in detail because I know, not necessarily you, but I know some people get upset when I don't mention acknowledge their comments or questions. Who wins the cup? If I had to pick right now, I think it's going to be Florida versus Vegas. I don't see Vegas losing to Seattle or Dallas. I think Florida is going to beat Carolina. So I'm going to go Florida and Vegas. I'm going to say Florida wins. I'm going to say Florida wins the cup. Who asked for a trade first, McDavid or Draisaitl? I don't know if either of them will. I don't know their contract situation, but I'm going to go, if I had to pick one, McDavid, but I'm not at all. I'm not at all saying that he is going to ask for a trade. But if I had to pick one of those two, I'd pick him. And thank you for the Toronto tourists guesses. I mean, I'm going to ask for that in a second, actually, the suggestions for sure. If I had to predict, do you think Edler retires this summer, plays another season, or retires a Canuck in the next few seasons? He set so many records as a Canucks defenseman. I'm not convinced, though, that he's going to do the Bieksa thing and retire as a Canuck for a day. I don't know. There's just something about it that I don't think that might happen. I think he plays one more year. I have no clue. Is he a UFA? So maybe he plays one more year. But let me know if he's been talking about retiring. I didn't know about it. What do you think will be the Stanley Cup final out of what's left? Yeah, it is hard to say, and I think it will be Florida and Vegas. Why can't any Canadian teams win a Stanley Cup in Canada with 30-year-old drought? Well, oh my gosh, I guess the first thing is, percentage-wise, only 7 of the 32 teams are Canadian, are teams in Canada. So already you only have, if everything else was equal, you have basically just under a 25% chance. And then you factor in the fact that it's such a grind. Yeah, and they've had chances, obviously. Vancouver's had some good teams in the past decade. Toronto's had some good teams. Obviously, Edmonton and Calgary have a good team. So, Montreal got to the final. So there have been chances for sure, but it is hard to win. But you think, yeah, in theory, they would win 1 out of every 7 or 8 years based on the law of averages. Do the Florida Panthers remind you of the LA Kings? If you're talking about getting in as the 8th seed and then getting hot at the right time, a little bit. I don't know stylistically if they're similar. I have to think about that, but definitely situationally they're close. Eric says the Hurricanes are going to win. That's fair. Oh man, heads up, brother, about Peru. Mosquitoes are relentless. I'm still recovering. Some ATMs charge you $36 for taking cash out. Ceviche is absolutely delicious. It's also humid. Very good. Thanks for all of that, Ricky. And I'm going to be picking your brain before July for sure. Do I know anyone who's seen a game at all 32 arenas? Not yet, but I think there's a few people that have tried that, right? Oh, yes. Lanny McDonald holding the Stanley Cup. That was the 4th one. Thank you. Thanks, Shannon. If Florida wins the Cup, would be the lowest seed to ever win the Cup? Well, the Kings did it too. That's the one that I think Ricky or someone mentioned. The Kings did it as an 8th seed as well. Finally, the Canadian teams are out. If it's not the Canucks, then let it be some American team. You need scoring depth to win. These huge contracts do not work. You need a balanced attack. You can look at the Oilers. You can look at the Maple Leafs as 2 examples where they have a lot of money in 2, 3, or 4 guys each. I have indeed been to the Hockey Hall of Fame before. Yes, women's hoops, LA women's hoops. But I'm happy to go now since the Sedins and Luongo are in there, and happy to take Jacob and Kayla. Although I think Sean of the 3 kids would appreciate the most, but he won't be on this trip. Canucks will bring the cup back to Canada. Just watch. Seattle and Carolina. The opposite of what I think. That's fair. Is it true that good players don't want to play in Canada? I wouldn't say that. You have Matthews, Marner, McDavid, Draisaitl, Pettersson. Hopefully he stays. So it's not like you hear it a lot. Kachuk is a most recent example, though, where he didn't want to play. But I don't know if that's Canada thing or a Calgary thing. McDavid, UFA in 3 more years. Thank you. Honestly, which Canadian team will win the Cup? I think the next team to do it will be Edmonton if they keep Draisaitl and McDavid together. I really do. Krakens in Vegas cannot play for the Cup. That's correct, Shannon. They're on the same side of the bracket. Is it just a question of money and economical power that U.S. teams have a better chance to win the Cup? Yeah, I know when it comes to free agents, often the big market American teams are more appealing and then some players do it for the tax reasons. But yeah, and I just think law of averages too. Do I think the NBA expands into Canada, considering they share facilities with some Canadian teams like Edmonton, Winnipeg, Montreal? No, I don't think Canada is on the list of the NBA's priorities. No, even Canadian players get paid in U.S. dollars. It's just that they get taxed for living in Canada. The tax situation is worse. If I had to choose between McDavid and Matthews, I'm going Matthews. Ask for a trade first. Who is the Stars, Mr. Bang guy? I don't even know who that is. Rosiero's at his 5th NHL arena. That's not bad. That's not bad. Florida versus Seattle, says Omer Gosh. Oh, you're talking about seeding. 17th overall? Yeah, I don't know where they finished in the standings. Think about it. 2 recent expansion teams in 1 conference finals. 2 teams would be known for their attendance problems in the other. Yes, that's a great point. That's a great point. And the Western Conference is going to be way more marketable, and you still love your Vessies. That's awesome. Who will be the next Canadian team to win the Cup? My pick is actually Ottawa. They're a good young team, and they're building well. That's correct. Kraken and Vegas cannot play each other for the cup. One of them will be eliminated next round. Yep, I think if Florida wins, I do think it will be Tkachuk who wins the Conn Smythe. You think teams will adopt the Kraken model? Second line caliber players all over the lineup. Loading up on one line does not work in the playoffs. Yeah. And I would say the same thing about goaltending too. You need a tandem. You don't need to blow all your money on one guy. Good point, Coding. Good point. And Draisaitl's in 2 years. Thank you. Since 93, other Canadian teams, Canucks have been the most Stanley Cup finals. Really? 2 is like I guess that makes sense. Bro, we underestimate our team so much. Look at our top 6 and our goalie. We just don't have D. Yeah, but the thing is, if any of those don't work, if the goalie gets hurt or if our top 6 get hurt, then we're in trouble. But I hear what you're saying. You think the only reason why new teams are making the finals is because the juggernaut teams are aging? Yeah, some are aging. That's a great point. And the 3 you mentioned, for sure. But I wouldn't call Colorado and Tampa new teams, and they made it last year. We still got to figure out who's going to make it this year. So I wouldn't say that Vegas did make it in their first year. I get that. But so I think your reason is partially true. I think that's a good reason. The Oilers should have had Quick. Makes no sense. Always the same thing, second best goalie. No problem, Coach Rob. You get here when you can. A full year without new D-man. Oh, we have yet to have a full year without new D-man. Oh, you mean Hronik. Gotcha. Okay, people, so we just finished the second round, so Edmonton Leafs are out, and I cannot remember if any other teams are out, so which teams are left now? It's Carolina versus Florida in the East, Shannon, and it's Vegas versus Seattle or Dallas in the West, whoever wins tomorrow. Super fan that wears a white suit, green shirt, always sits behind the Stars away goal with his plain white sign, bang. Hashtag bang. That doesn't sound good, but I presume he's talking about the game. My money is on the Canes. No problem. Florida had 58 wins, 122 points last year. So why are people so surprised? Great point, Kempner. They were the President's Trophy just and they winners last year. They ran into Stanley Cup finalists Tampa in the second round. Do you have a surprise offseason move for the Canucks? I don't. My it's not really a hot take. How about this? Tyler Myers gets moved, and Jet Wu is your third pairing right shot guy behind Hronik and Bear. Canes are my go-to team in NHL 23. Clay, do you know what Canucks used as goal song before switching to Simple Minds? They used. I thought they used a Van Halen song. I can't remember what it was called. Obviously, they used Holiday a long time ago. Oh man, what song was it? I thought it was a Van Halen song, but someone else in the chat will know for sure. A Dan Hamhuis print. Great suggestion, Fangirl. I'll mention that to him. Vancouver's the last team from Canada to go to the finals. Didn't Montreal go to the finals in the bubble year? Or the Canadian division year? Sorry, one of the years. I thought Montreal made it to the finals. And they got smoked. Yes, I know that the Canucks were in the finals 82, 94, and 2011. If you had to get rid of any franchise, Columbus. 4 teams left, Shannon, in the third round. That's right, Fangirl. Montreal went in the finals in 2021. Pretty easy league to rebuild due to the nature of the salary cap that has not been going up by much. When you overpay players, you shoot yourself in the foot. That's very fair. To be honest, I didn't think Vegas would make the conference finals 4 in 6 years. That's very impressive. Florida winning remind me of 2011 Kings, or 2012 Kings, technically, I think it was what you're saying. Yeah, the 2011-2012 Kings. Do I think the Leafs core gets broken up? I think they should. Yes, Van Halen ain't talking about love. Thank you. Yes, Kempner, I've started to read a lot about prospects since the draft lottery was finalized. I've talked on my shows about how even though the 2 right shot defensemen, Reinbacher and Palika, look quite appealing, many experts are saying they're going to get overpicked because they are right shot D-men, and maybe the smarter play is to go for one of the centers. Eichel has really clutched up the series. 3 multi-point. Yeah, and he made some good defensive plays on McDavid for sure. Yeah, you guys were talking about Montreal. Thank you. Yeah, Dave, or they can move off a player and have to give up something as well. If the Kraken of Florida play for the Cup, will you go to a game? I'm not sure. I think I'd have to break the bank to do so, but not going to rule it out for sure. We'll see if they make it to the third round first. Great question, Shannon. Montreal no chance against Tampa. I do not think the draft was rigged. Canucks will attach their first rounder to trade OEL. Wow. Yeah. Oh yeah, Arizona good. How about Columbus from the east and Arizona from the west? I've heard the rumors about Lafreniere. Dubas running the Penguins. Maybe they're looking for fresh blood. Yeah, I think I heard that once, Justin. Not sure if that's the best fit, but I can't really give you a reason why. Edmonton, I think their defense is better now. Bouchard, Ekholm. I just think they ran it up to against a good Vegas team. I'm not going to point to a massive weakness in their team. Yes, expansion. We could see the expansion Western Conference Finals for sure. And I'm not sure the Canucks looked into trading for Eichel, quite frankly. Well, hey guys, I'm going to switch now. We're right at the 40-minute mark, so we're going to go pretty fast here. But actually, I'll just do the last 2 or 3 questions. How do you make that graphic for your stream? What streaming software do you use? Okay, so I'm on StreamYard right now. It's not the best, but it suits what I need to do. So StreamYard is what I use, Eric. Why Columbus? I don't know. I just don't like them. It had nothing to do with Goudreau. I just don't know if are they a good hockey market? I don't want to say Carolina because they're in the finals or they're in the Eastern Conference Finals. Florida. So I don't know. I'm not a big fan of Columbus, but maybe they've been fine attendance wise. I don't know. I think Keefe might get fired. Okay, friends, I think this is a good place for me to move on. So before we get to the games, really quickly, 2 minutes, rapid fire. Before we get to the games, 2 minutes rapid fire. We won't do Ask Me Anything tonight, but I will ask you. Give me some things to do in Toronto. I have 2 days there. I'm there next Monday and Tuesday. So I've seen Hockey Hall of Fame, and then someone up top, I can't find it now, said something about Vietnamese, like a Vietnamese restaurant. So what else should I do in Toronto? That's all I'm going to read for the next 2 or 3 minutes. I have to be ruthless, otherwise I will never get a chance to move on. So Toronto suggestions for the next 2 or 3 minutes. What do we got? A Clay and Steve Dangle collab. I'm going to see if I can actually see him when I'm there for sure. CN Tower. Yeah, that's a total touristy thing to do, but we'll probably do it. Remember, Gail and the kids have never been there before. CN Tower. Dam 2, Unionville. Okay, that's the one you mentioned. Thank you, KT. Ripley's Aquarium. These are good. I'm going to remember all these. Blue Jays. Unfortunately, I mean, they're not in town when I'm there. CN Tower. Niagara Falls. High Park. I've never heard of that place. It sounds like a place where you do drugs, but I trust you. There's Hot Take Hockey might be there. I could see him. Donaires, okay. Kensington Market. This is good, you guys. This is really good. 1 more minute. Art Gallery. Yes, I like that. Blue Jays are there when you're in town. Nice. You should go, Rosero. Just go. We're Toronto. No, thank you. No, thank you. Toronto FC on the 17th. I won't be there yet. Thank you, though, Jay. Okay, some really good suggestions. I appreciate you. Wear my Canuck Clay jersey there. Thinking about that, but Kempner, it's going to be kind of warm, and that takes up a lot of space in the suitcase. Toronto Wonderland. All right. Alfred, I'll be there Monday, Tuesday, 21 and 22. No, 22 and 23. I will be there on the 22nd and 23rd. So I might miss you. Visit the golf course to find some Leafs. Very good. St. Lawrence Market. Yes, gonna check out that for sure. Thank you, Neil, for that trade proposal out of nowhere. And I'll answer this, and then I'll move on to the games. Jealous that you can stay up late and wake up early. What do you attribute it to? Being an idiot. I definitely don't get enough sleep. I don't mind the early mornings. I'm not the best at it, but I'll do it if I have to. But I definitely go to bed way too late. I waste way too much time at night. But you guys have heard me say I never claim to be busier than any of you or busier than the average person, although I think I am. But it's more of just have a lot of energy, and I just like to accomplish a lot of things. Maybe they're not always the most productive. But yeah, but I can't do it forever. I'm 48 years old and I'm feeling my age for sure. Let's get to the games. Let's get to the games now. And just looking at this trade offer that Neil put up there. Trade proposal. Bovillier, Hoglander, Poulin, Ratu, Yormo, 23 first. 20. Oh, you're knowing this is all that we got to give up for Bedard. Yeah, I had to go through that, but it looks like a lot. And I still don't know if that's enough. Or maybe I didn't get to read the whole thing because there seems to be a lot there. Sorry. I'll pay more attention next time, but I do want to move on. Let's get to the games. And as Fangirl said, if you played them already, please don't spoil it. And another very close poll, 51% of you are saying that the Hurricanes win, 48% are saying the Panthers. So it is pretty much split right down the middle. All right, don't spoil this. Who is this? Who is this? Very, very egg-shaped head. I will say that. Who is this? And north of Brooklyn Pizza. Okay, that's good to know for sure. Okay, we'll take Nugent Hopkins. I've seen a couple of those. Wow, we got nothing right. We got nothing right. So I need a Eastern Conference player who's not from Canada. We got nothing right. Eastern Conference player who's not from Canada. So it can't be Marner. Eastern Conference player who is not, and he's under 30 years old. So any Eastern Conference player. Marcus Pettersson. So we did get Metro Division. We actually got a decent hint. He's 28 or 29 years old, and he's not from Canada or Sweden. So I need a Metro Division player who's not a center or a defenseman, who's not from Canada or Sweden. So Metro is Pittsburgh, Philly, Washington, the 3 New York teams, Columbus, and Carolina. Jack Hughes fits all of that. Oh, except for the age. Whoops. But we did get... Oh, and I screwed up center. But at least we know he's a center. So now we're looking for a center... An American center from the Metro Division. Actually, that narrows it down quite a bit. Who's 28 years old. Sorry, not a center. Start again. We were looking for an American player from the Metro Division who's 28 or 29 years old, who's a winger. Sebastian Aho. Oh, did I pick the wrong one? Whoops, I picked another center. I need a winger. I need a winger who's American. Oh, someone said Tyler Mott. Oh, he's listed as center. Okay, I better stop guessing, you guys. I'm getting us nowhere close. Oh, well, we do know that we're looking for a 29-year-old now, right-handed. So we need a winger who's 29 years old, who's from the States in the Metro. But at least we've nailed 4 of the Metro teams already. What else we got? Isn't Oshie older than 28? Yeah, it's not Trouba, Alfred, because Trouba's a defenseman. Okay, you guys are saying Oshie. Let's go with him. Okay, excellent guess. Excellent guess, because now we know that our guy is a left winger or a goalie. Left winger or a goalie for the Washington Capitals. And he's American. And he's 29 years old. So a 29-year-old American playing for the Washington Capitals who's either a left winger or a goalie, but who shoots right. Yeah, you're right, Duncan. I just realized that it could have been a goalie too. We got 2 more guesses. Justin, is Lindgren... Oh, it looks like it. It looks like it. Very good. Justin coming through. It was very close, but we got it. Charlie Lindgren. Yes. A couple of those guesses were my fault, you guys. But there we go. Goaltender. Washington, United States, 29 years old, right shot. Good job, guys. Good job. Very, very good. So that was Ordle. We now go to Gordle. I'll take the first 7-letter name that I see in the chat. The first 7-letter name that I see in the chat. Hello, Tyler. We got a Hamhuis. And Hamhuis nets us 1 letter, an A. And I don't mind doing Carlson, even though... because it eliminates some more letters. Okay, that's not bad. So we know the A is in the second spot. We know that there's an R, there's an O, and an N in the name as well. We know that the A is in the second spot. You guys, I wouldn't mind a name that has a T and an E in it, just so... Yeah, I'm going to take Tavares, though, because I want to see, just to eliminate some more letters, I want to get the E and the T. So I'm going to do it. Okay, so there is no, that didn't help, actually. So I kind of wasted one of our guesses. But we now know that the only vowels in the name are A's and O's. And we know that there's an R, an O, and an N in the name. Tyler, sorry to hear about your mom. I hope she feels better. So we know there's an A in the second spot. And we also know there's an O and an N somewhere. Oh my gosh, got to be 7-letter last name. Garland does not work. Because there's the R's got to be in a different place, and we need an O. Not bad, though. Not bad. Although Garland would eliminate a few more letters. Like a G. Okay, I'm going to do it because I'm convinced that we're pretty smart. Actually, that was good. That was good. That was a good guess because now we know that A is here, D is here, And we also know that there's an R, an O, and an N. So we have at least 5 of the 7 letters now. And it does end with a D. Oh, I think Dave got it. R is here. A, Y, we haven't guessed yet. M. Oh, no, there's no M. And there's no O. But I think that was a very good guess. Because I'm fine using that one. Because now we got the R place. We got the A place. We have the O place. We have a D place. And we know that there's an N somewhere. So it's either RA and the N's there. Oh, you guys, I think I know. Bill Ranford. Thank you. I wanted to contribute. Sorry, I probably should have waited for a few minutes, but I wanted to feel like I actually contributed today. And Coding with Eric, I think he had it just as I got it as well, maybe with the delay. So thank you. We got it. No, hey, Robert's here. Robert, I don't want to say lurking. Nice to see you, Robert. Robert, I'm not sure you just got here or have you heard me. I'll be in Toronto next Monday, Tuesday, so I wonder if we can arrange a quick. It doesn't have to be quick. No problem. You can lurk anytime, Robert. I'll be in Toronto Monday, Tuesday. I'll message you later in the week, and maybe it's an opportunity for me to see a couple of you guys out there next week for sure. Yeah, Robert, lurk anytime. Very good, you guys. Very good. 2 more games to go. I will bother you, Robert. I always do. You know that. Wordle. Okay, friends. Robert, you are here. Robert, give me a first word. I think I know which one you like, but give me a first word for Wordle. Robert, I'm my special request. Give me a first word, a first guess for this game, and then we will go from there. Robert Malloy, the floor is yours. My go-to is always train. Now, I can see why this is good. We're going to use this. I love the 3 consonants, the T, R, and the N. I prefer a word with more vowels, but it's Robert. And Robert gets us 2 of the letters. So we know there's an A right in the middle, and we know there's an R somewhere else. What's the next one? Someone give me a guess that has an A in the middle and an R somewhere else. Is there another vowel? Maybe an E, an O, or a U? Oh, I like that, Alfred. Heard. Well, we placed the R, so that's good. So I'll take the next one that I see that Max. Oh, Spark. Spark matches. Nice get. I like that. Asm with Spark gets us the S. So I need a next guess. We have 3 of the 5 letters. It starts with an S. There's an A in the R. It can be. Is there a slar? Slark? Slarm? Is it swarm? Oh, weird. I didn't even look. Alfred, it can't be sharp because there's no P. And it's weird. I just looked up when I typed swarm and I saw Robert mention it. So we're going with Robert's guess of swarm. Oh, no. Yeah, Erwin, audio is good. Audio has got 4 letters for the 5 vowels. Okay, friends, we have 2 more chances. Swarm was a good guess. Well, we know it's not a Q. We know it's not a scarf could work. We haven't used the C and the F. Let's go with it, Eric. Nice, Eric. Coding with Eric. Is this your first time on the stream? Let me know in the chat because you're very active and I love it. You had a lot of good things to say during the hockey part and you're obviously very active in these games. Coding with Eric, or is that a new name or is this your first time here? Let me know. and keep coming back. We love having you here. Finally, the game that I absolutely suck at, but you guys have convinced me of its worth because I really do enjoy it. What country is this? It looks like... What does that look like? I don't even know what that is. What country is this? Second time, maybe third. Cool, Eric. Well, come back more often, please. Come back more often. I'll try and get you here for more than a minute. I guess that was on me. So, per usual with this, I will take the first country I see with more than one guess. So you can't just say Canada and then I type it in. I do see 2 Cubas. So that's what I'm going to go with first. Cuba. And we nailed it. Okay, I think the fact that you nailed that so quickly, this might go kind of fast. But we'll see. Good job. Good job, everyone who said Cuba. Now, we got to nail some of these border countries of Cuba. Starting now, like I said, I'll go with the first countries that I see. DJ Bick, I think, is behind in our game because he just typed Connor Brown. unless that's what he thought the name of the country was, or that's what Connor Brown's hair looks like. But we are now moving into border countries of Cuba. So for everyone... refresh your browser or press the live button so you are caught up for sure. Yes, I do recognize United States, so I'll type that one in. But that's the only one I know. In the chat, I see Mexico, Jamaica, USA, Haiti, Mexico. So I see Mexico twice. So we got that one. I see Haiti twice. Very good. Wow, we're nailing them all like on the back end. Remember, I'll do it if I see it more than one person, more than one different person. You don't just type it in twice. So what else do we got here? We got Jamaica, USA and Haiti, Mexico, Haiti, Dominican Republic, Haiti, Honduras, Bahamas. Okay, so we have 2 for Dominican. Oh, it's not Dominican. Jamaica. Nicely done. Nicely done. Oh, Robert. Just call Robert like geography man. What else we got? 3 more. 3 more. So do we have a seconder for... I don't even know what hamburger is. No worries. We have Trinidad, Tobago. We have Bahamas. I don't know. Robert seems pretty sure, but and we got another Bahamas there, and we got a Honduras. So let's go Bahamas. Very good. We got a Honduras. That's okay. We still have 4 more guesses to get 2 more. I don't know why there's a big gap in this guy, and this one looks kind of interesting. Trinidad, I think it's next to Brazil. Does that mean it's in there? Cayman Islands, Florida. Okay, guys, we need 2 more. We need 2 more. We need consensus here. We need consensus. Okay, I've seen Cayman Islands from a couple of you. Very good. That's what that is. So I just need this weird looking one. Looks like a guy jumping up and doing the splits. We got a St. Martin. We got a Guam. What else we got? We got a French Guiana. We already typed in Honduras, Robert, and we got it wrong. Belize, Leafs Nation. Okay, now Duncan's trying to be funny here now. One more. So we got a couple Belizes. Don't stop Belizing. Let's do it. Why not? No, okay. So no, it's not Belize. Belize it or not. What is this place? I'm not sure if blowing it up for you is going to help. What is that? Is that all little islands here? That's crazy. What is this? We got a Panama. D-Trans says Panama. Honduras, we did. Oh, this is tricky. This is tricky. So Alfred and Fangirl say Panama, but Robert says Panama has no islands. I'm trying to think of where Survivor goes. There's a Costa Rica and there's a Barbados. Any secondaries for any of those? Costa Rica or Barbados? We do have two more guesses. And then the St. Kitts. So we do have a secondary for Barbados. Any objections to Barbados, you guys? Because we are on the last two guesses. Robert says Barbados isn't shaped like that. It's funny how now I'm just not guessing blindly because we only have two more guesses left. Duncan says Puerto Rico. Let's see Puerto Rico if I can type it in. Do I? Let's do it. Oh no, okay. Sorry. Okay, now we are down to the last one. Oh, uh-oh. Okay, friends. Because I'm sure you guys have to move on. I don't want to be here all night. On the count of three, everyone type in what they think it is. On the count of three. And I'm just going to type in what I see the most of. You ready? Not on the count of three. At the end of a countdown, just type in the first country that you can think of that is. 3, 2, 1. Go. Boom. Just start typing stuff in. We got 6 out of 7, which isn't bad. Okay. I see a lot of Turks. We are more clutch than Jonathan Marchessault. Look at that. We get it on the last guess. Nice job, you guys. Nice job. Nice job. What is the capital? Is it Havana? Is it Havana? Is there? I don't know of any other city in Cuba. Let me know if it's not Havana. Can I get a seconder for Havana in the chat? I know someone else said it. It is. Jay says, yep. Let's do it. Keep thinking of that Camille, whatever that singer's song is. Which is the flag for Cuba? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Isn't this Mexico? Isn't this Jamaica? And isn't this the States? Isn't it? Well, I think I know which one it is, but which is the flag? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Is it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8? Again, is it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? Okay. I think you guys know what I'm doing here. Let's go with 2. Very good. Very good. Very, very good. Finally, this is what I use the polls for. So for population. So you guys, please use the poll function. I'll give you 30 seconds. Use the poll function. Use the poll function. Vote in the poll. What is the population of Cuba? A, B, or C, or D? Use the poll, please. Use the poll. Use the poll. Jay, vote in the poll. Omar, vote in the poll. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Taylor, Dave, vote in the poll. 4, 3, 2, 1. 67% of you are saying A. So that's what I'm saying. And we got it. Very good. You guys are good. Finally, we will go with currency. Again, please use the poll that will be ready for you in 10 seconds. Please vote in the poll for currency A, B, C, or D. You have 30 seconds. What is the currency of Cuba? Omar, use the poll. Is it A, B, C, or D? Havana, da-na-na. A, B, C, or D. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Yes, it was, Tyler. 3, 2, and 1. We have 50% of you saying A, so that's what I'm saying. And we got that right. Good job, you guys. We got the country right away. We got the bordering countries at the very end. Nailed the capital, nailed the flag, the population, and the currency. Too good. We are just too smart. And check this out. Yeah, we got some Cuba comment. CCC, Clay's Cuban commentary. So we have Robert saying, fun fact, 8 countries use the peso. Can we name them all? Philippines is 1. Cuba is 2. What are the other 8, Robert? Type them in, Robert. And we won't guess. We won't have time to guess. But just type them in. I know Philippines and Cuba now. That's 2 of them. What else? Let's go, gang, gang. W the chat. Has anyone visited Cuba? It is nice. Is it nice to vacation to? I've heard it's not the greatest, to be honest. But the Havana song is such a banger. Here we go. Argentina, Chile, Colombia, Cuba, Dominican Republic, Mexico, Philippines, and Uruguay. Robert, be honest. Did you know that off the top of your head, or was that a Wikipedia or Google special? Regardless, I'm impressed. Chile, zoom. W Clay, W for all of us. That's very impressive, Robert. You never cease to amaze me. You know what else never ceases to amaze me? How we always go past an hour effortlessly on Sunday nights. So this is what's going to happen this week. Tomorrow, I'm actually going to be a guest on Canucks Hockey Blog, which is a podcast that I helped start with Chris Golden. So I'm going to be on Canucks Hockey Blog at 9. We're recording. And then Parker and I will be regular 10 o'clock time for Canucks After Dark. I will not be doing an 11 o'clock stream because that's how I get sick when I do 3 shows back to back. I don't want to do that. It's always fun already with Canucks After Dark or Game Over and then my own show. So tomorrow night, no stream at 11. Unless the Dallas-Seattle game is crazy, but I doubt it. And then Tuesday night, I will do a stream at 11 before, and that'll be my last stream probably for maybe a week unless something happens in Ontario. So tomorrow, Canucks After Dark at 10, but no show at 11. And then Tuesday, I will do my show at 11 o'clock. So I hope that makes sense. Tyler, Mother's Day was great. I already recapped it a little bit back at the 20-minute mark or so, but thank you for asking. It was a great day. I hope you had a great day as well. So my friends, I am going to get out of here. Thanks for being here. Everyone who, if you're here for a minute or two, or if you're here for the entire thing, I appreciate you, especially moderators. Thanks for doing what you needed to do. Legendary Lucas Gates, a legendary Justin Credible, legendary Carol Bovenlander, legendary Andrew Chang. Thanks for your support as well. And thanks to everyone who, actually today, it was Alfred who got that donation train out of the station. So thank you, Alfred, for your generous donation. And to, it's funny, I'm looking at one of my streams and it's way behind. So, but that's okay. Thanks to everyone that was here, whether you became new members, or not new members, but new subscribers tonight. I appreciate you as well. Thanks to my sponsors, Van City Experts, Real Estate, Perform and Transform, Personal Training and Weight Loss. Thank you to, if you're listening on a podcast platform, can't even say it, podcast platform, make sure you rate and review as well. So on my way out, Vegas defeats Edmonton. No more Canadian teams left. We could be heading towards an all-expansion Western Conference final between Vegas and Seattle, but we'll find out tomorrow. 70% of you are saying that Seattle is going to beat Dallas tomorrow night, and 52% of you, a very small, but 52% of you are saying that Carolina will beat Florida in their 7-game series. But we can explore everything on my Tuesday night stream when we get together next. But tomorrow night, I'll be with Parker for Canucks After Dark at 10 o'clock. Okay, awesome. Awesome. Okay, guys, you guys are awesome. Thank you for being here. Always appreciate you. Never take you for granted. On the way out, subscribe, like the video, leave a donation, become a member, upgrade your membership, gift a membership. And I hope to see you tomorrow night for Canucks After Dark at 10 p.m. In the meantime, stay safe, stay healthy, take care of yourselves, and take care of each other. And did you hear about the Roman emperor who never aged? He never got older once he turned 19 years old. His name? Constantine. God bless, and go Canucks go. Booyah.